Church on Ruby Road Christmas Special 2023 by Russell T. Davies. Establish, or I'm sorry, exterior, the church on Ruby Road, night.
Once upon a time, late on Christmas Eve, a woman came to the church on Ruby Road.
Winter, snow, heavy flakes in the yellow glow of a streetlight, or two, houses far off in the background. And a woman. She's wrapped up against the cold, carrying a bundle. She walks towards the church. It's beautiful, simple, classic. A church, windows glowing with the light, a tall spire with a cross on top, a village church, a small cemetery. From inside, chorals of Carol of the Bells, that haunting song.
She carried in her arms the most precious gift of all, a newborn child, a baby girl. At 5 minutes to midnight, she left her daughter on the steps of the church.
She lays down the baby wrapped in a blanket. The woman hurries away. Close up on the church clock in the snow, the minute hand goes to 12. The chimes of midnight sound as a shaft of light as the church door opens, the choir reaching a crescendo. The vicar looks out and sees the child, picks her up, looks out into the night. No one to be seen.
The child was taken in, and they named her Ruby, after the place where she was found.
He takes her inside. Out on Ruby Road, a woman walks away, never looks back. She walks towards the house, not noticing a police box.
As for the woman, she was never seen again. No one ever knew her name.
Excuse me, wide shut. The woman walking away, the snow falling heavier than ever. As the door of the police box opens, light spilling out, and the doctor watches her walk away.
Until the day the doctor came.
Close up on the doctor, his face catches the light. He's crying. Enter your classy London bar day, captioned December 1st, 2023.
And that's my name, Ruby, named after Ruby Road. It's where I was found almost 19 years ago.
Ruby Sunday is 18, Manchester born, bright, smart, sharp, full of potential, and yet all of it unrealized. So far, the bar is posh, smart, city center, cool marble, great view. Drinks would cost a fortune, but it's closed for business. A film crew's in here, expensive setup, proper lighting, tall floor lamps, 2 cameras, sound equipment. Ruby sits on a tall stool facing Davina McCall being interviewed.
So, you you were a foundling and you were fostered by Clara, who then adopted you. Is that right?
Yeah, she's amazing. I mean, she's nuts, but she's the best mom I could ever have. Yeah.
Life's been good, would you say?
Well, not bad. I mean, we've all had a mad time. We had the pandemic and the recession and the giggle. And my A levels weren't the best because we had to leave Manchester and move down here where we came to look after my gran. She wouldn't go north, not in a million years. And we couldn't pay for care, so it's been tricky and expensive.
I bet no one moves to London.
I know, and it's left me a bit stranded, really. I think I'm still waiting for my life to begin.
The sound recordist Denzel 30 isn't happy.
Sorry, can we stop? Is there a radio or something? I'm getting noise. Is a door open?
What sort of noise?
It's like a voice, like a whisper. It sounds like kids.
He replaces recording earphones, Ruby's voice, but under that he brings up the bass, makes it louder, a whisper, a strange chatter, snicker snacker, ticker tacker, shaka shaka. Davina covering the phone to Ruby.
Won't take long. You don't mind me using the word foundling, do you? Some people think it sounds a bit old-fashioned, like a fairy tale.
No, I don't mind. It's what I am. I was found. I was foundled.
I like that. Foundled.
Okay, seems to have gone. Sorry about that. Sound speed.
Let's pick it up at, so, Ruby, the whole point of this show is to see if we can help. In the old days, foundlings were left without a trace, and there was nothing we could do. But now we can work magic with DNA. We've even taken your swabs, and we can start the search. We can even trace your genetic heritage and try to match you. Maybe with your mom or your dad, or maybe someone in the family line. We can't promise miracles, and even if we do make contact, they might not want to be found. And we do have to respect that.
During this, the makeup woman stands in the background by a counter. She's got a takeaway coffee cup, puts it down, and she's watching the interview, doesn't see a hand. A very small, thin, gray hand creeps up from behind the counter, moving towards the coffee. A whispered snicker snacker ticker tacker. Cut to the makeup woman watching Davina while, bottom of the frame, the top 2/3 of the coffee cup is visible as it gently slides a few inches to the side. Snicker snacker. I'm so sorry. Denzel frowning just on the edge of his hearing. A plug in the wall. A tiny hand creeps towards it. Wipe frame as runner steps past as the wipe clear the plug and now out of the socket and the hand is gone. The base of the floor lamp. The hand creeps towards the cable. Cut to the makeup woman's feet as the same cable that pulls in front of her, lifting off the floor a couple of inches. All unseen, like these things have a talent not to be seen, creeping around edges of the world, only with a whisper. Back to Ruby and Davina.
Can I ask, if we find someone, what are you hoping for?
Just the truth. I mean, I don't think I'm from royalty. I just think if I'm waiting for my life to begin, then knowing where I came from is a good place to start.
The makeup woman reaches for her coffee. Oh, it's moved. She steps forward to get it. Her foot catches in the taut cable. The cable pulls. It's wrapped around 1, 2, 3 tall floor lamps, which fall! Exclamation point. One smash, two smash, right between Davina and Ruby.
Oh, look out!
Ruby leaps up. The floor lamp 3 falls, smash, hits her stool. Davina. Sorry, is on her feet. Everyone's shocked.
Oh my god, are you okay?
I'm fine. It's okay. It missed. I'm fine.
That was lucky.
But it's not over. Lamp 3 has stretched its cable taut as it can go, pulling to the plug in the wall, and pop, it flies out like a whiplash and whacks Davina in the middle of the head.
Ow!
Interior pub night, captioned December 22nd, 2023. Christmas busy. Pub with a stage where Ruby and band perform. Only 4 of them. Ruby on the keyboard, Trudy 20, trans, singing. Dopey, long-haired Clark, 19 on guitar. Big Jim on drums. Apparently Big Jim doesn't have any age. Small gig, a few quid. Trudy singing Winter Wonderland. It's fun, packed with punters, mostly ignoring them, but hey, it's fun. But in a dark corner, snicker stacker, chitter chatter, and a little gray hand reaches out for the plug. The sound system and mic stop. All 4. Oh, damn.
Oh, sorry, everyone. Sorry. What's happened?
I don't know. It's dead.
A woman in the crowd and a woman we've seen. Oh my god. A woman we've seen is Mrs. Baird in Special 2. A woman we've seen a lot more of yells. Give it some Willie!
All right, I said sorry, okay?
Gives a bit of steely spine. Can you go? Good day. At the back of the crowd, watching unnoticed, the doctor. Interior nightclub night, captioned December 2023. Christmas heats up, dance floor. That's like a bear pit. 200 people crushed, dancing, drunk, happy holiday time. Ruby sits watching. Nearby, Trudy, Clark, and Big Jim, but Ruby feels alone. Nursing 1 gin and tonic to last her the night. She puts her drink down on a table next to her, and unseen, a hand creeps in, moving towards the drink. Snicker snacker. Ruby's out of it, despaired until she sees a man. Oh my god. A man is dancing crazy, middle of the floor, and there's just something about him. Joy, happiness, life, smiles. But during this, Ruby reaches for her drink, knocks it over, and it's caught by the man. He hands it back.
Careful.
Thank you. But you were just over there.
He shows her the psychic paper.
Health and safety, gin and tonic division. Can I ask, do you get that a lot? Knocking things over?
All the time. I'm just clumsy.
No, you're not. It's worse than that. Merry Christmas.
And he walks away, Ruby puzzled. What did he mean? But he's lost in the crowd, gone. Ruby puts her gin and tonic down. But the table's moved and the glass misses fall. Smash. Ooh, what a waste of alcohol. Exterior London City Street night, creaking. A snowman. The giant snowman is creaking, tied to a building. It's a huge Christmas decoration. Oh my god. Bolted down to the side of Henrik's department stores if it's climbing the building. It's like Manchester Town Hall Santa. See accompanying photos. The Should have skipped that sentence. It's 100 foot high. It looks like an inflatable through, though in truth, it's more sturdy, made out of wire and plastic. A wind picks up. It jostles. It creaks ominously. Close up of that steel cables attaching it to the building. Big, thick cables fixed to big, thick industrial screws. That's what she said. Pulling tight. Creak. A sound of laughter down the street in the distance. A gang of girls just getting into a black cab, but a bit merry, but not drunk. Just best friends. Ruby with Trudy and their mates, Shabna and Suline. No boys, all hooting, closer on them.
Honestly, Rubes, it's like you've got a curse.
I know. And then I lost the 20 quid. I swear, it's like the past 3 weeks, bad luck keeps following me around. I broke that thing. I lost that job. My heel broke. Fell over in front of a hot dentist.
And they get into the taxi.
Just to make it worse, Bobby McGeever asked you out.
I know. I'm telling you, there's this whirlwind of bad luck, and who's right at the center? Me.
For the snowman, a creak, and little gray hands creep in with a low giggle, snicker, snacker, hee hee hee, and they start to unscrew cables. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. A taxi pulls out to the road and standing there between the taxi and Henrik's is the man, the stranger, the doctor. He watches alarmed, greeting, and the taxi brakes in front of the red light. The doctor looks up, and right above the taxi, the 30-foot diameter head of the snowman is beginning to tilt. Little hands snap guide ropes. The head lurches more, about to detach from the body, and the doctor looks down. Taxi, a box of noise, a girl is roaring, driver unaware. Interior black cab, Ruby in full swing.
And he said, I've got 2 legs.
And they scream with laughter. Above, a giant's head held one by one, last stretching a rope. The doctor holds up a device. It's a beautiful silver and purple hand-shaped object with lights, and it whirs, and it clearly has power as the red light turns to green and the taxi shoots off. A beep from crossing car. Clearly it was meant to be on green, but off the taxi goes. Snap, the last rope breaks. Sparks flicker and fizz, and all the snowman's lights inside the body and the head go out. A huge 30-foot snowman's head begins to fall. It's a huge light. It's stately, deadly descent. But when the doctor looks down, there's a young woman with a pram about to cross the street right under the falling head. He runs out into the road.
No!
The woman in the pram stopped dead. Hopefully not dead. Too late for the doctor. The middle of the road looks up, gulp, whoomp, and the giant snowman's head lands right on top of him. Massive camera shake and the almighty crunch. The huge, broken, lolling snowman's head settles. The woman with the pram stares. Is the man dead? Then pop, the snowman's entire mouth section pops out, and the doctor clambers out from inside, unhurt. The head's open neck. Oh, again, God damn it. The head's open neck landed on him, so he survived the true Harold Lloyd fashion, only his dignity bruised. He looks up. High up, little shadows, a giggle, a face, and then gone.
You all right?
A pram. At midnight.
It's my shopping.
And off she goes, but a young wide-eyed policeman comes running up, shocked, gabbling.
Oh my God, sir, are you all right? Are you okay? I'm so sorry.
I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine.
I'll have to report this.
Okay, my name is the Doctor. Occupation, not a doctor. Current status, just passing by. Employer, myself. Address, that blue box over there.
He indicates a few yards away, a tall, blue wooden hut.
And if you don't mind, I just got snowmanned. I want to go home.
The doctor walks over to the box. The young policeman follows, writing in his notepad.
Doctor, what would that be?
Just the Doctor. She's going to say yes.
Who is?
Your girlfriend, when you ask her to marry you on Christmas Day.
How do you know that?
My sonic screwdriver just went ping.
And he holds up that silver and purple gadget.
That's a screwdriver.
Which is sonic, and that precise ping is detecting a 2-carat diamond in your pocket, which says engagement ring. And I'm guessing she's a she, Because 90% of men would not choose a diamond, and Christmas Day, obvious.
How do you know she'll say yes?
Sales start on Tuesday, but you couldn't wait, and that's why she loves you. Merry Christmas.
The doctor goes inside. Slam, grind, roar, the lights in the box shine, and the policeman boggles as the noise of ancient engines rises and falls, and the box fades away. The policeman stands there, blinks, thinks then,
She says yes.
and then he rips the page out of his notepad and walks away happy. Exterior Street, Notting Hill Day, caption December 24th, 2023. Ruby, 19 today, gets off the bus laden with her bag plus shopping, household stuff, veg, foil, bin bags, etc. Exterior Ruby Street Day, tall terrace townhomes, 4 stories converted into flats. Ruby and shopping head home, puzzled by 2 neighbors arguing, both Londoners. Abdul, 35, who lives nearby, and Mrs. Flood, 75, who lives in the basement flat. Ruby negotiating her way past. These 2 are always arguing.
Well, it's my fault.
Listen, sweetheart, I'm not what you'd call decrepit. I do my calisthenics. I keep myself fit and able, thank you very much. I did a fun run last Easter in 25 minutes flat, blisters the size of apples, and I kept going. But all the same, how am I supposed to get around that great big thing of a morning?
I.e. the police box now parked in the middle of the pavement.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, Rubes. Seen what he's done? Putting that there?
What makes you think it was me?
'Cause you never liked me. I've seen you looking. Isn't it your birthday, love?
Ruby at her house stops to look back. During this, a hand sneaks up with a long nail and aims for the bottom of one of Ruby's brown paper bags. Snicker snacker.
It is, yeah. I was a Christmas Eve baby. So what's that thing?
Police box. I haven't seen one on the streets of London for 50 years. And I don't want to see one now.
Well, season of goodwill and all that. Try not to kill each other.
She turns to go and rip. The bottom of the paper bag falls open. Shopping falls on the floor. Eggs crack.
Oh, I've had enough.
Interior staircase day. Ruby huffing. Carrier bags now loose and shopping in her arms, heading up. She lives right at the top. More bad luck. Interior Ruby and Carla's flat day. Ruby arriving home, huffing, door, bags, shopping.
It's me. I got most of it, except I dropped the eggs, which is a really big problem because the shops are closed for all of one day.
The flat is long, maybe the attic of 2 houses, sloping ceilings along one side, a long hall running the entire length with the kitchen, leaving the bathroom, bedroom, and the tall townhouses look posh. This isn't. It's all packed to the small space, but for that, it's cozy. They've made it a home. This is Cherry's flat, but Carla and Ruby are redecorating, and they only have the hall to finish. Excuse me, still half painted, a stepladder standing there with paint, still waiting. Kitchen fittings are old but colorful. And there are Christmas decorations plus birthday cards. Ruby's mom, Carla Sunday, in her bedroom doorway. She's 45, vivid, bright headscarf, good, fun, and good in a fight. Guess what? We're having a baby.
No way, you're kidding.
Little girl.
Seriously?
Isn't it brilliant? Oliver Rush, and I couldn't say no. Ruby, struggling to the kitchen, dumps her stuff on the table, puts milk in the fridge, which is covered with photos of children, keeps the long-distance conversation going.
Hold on, do you mean now?
Today, Christmas Eve.
That is amazing. How old?
You born?
No, that's a coincidence.
That's what I said.
Oh my god, are we ready? So how come? What happened?
Ruby heading down the hall into Cherry's room. Cherry is 75, in bed, cheeky, bedbound, but comfy, and a little nest. She's fierce, salty, rattles off patois with a grin. I don't know that word. Ruby gives her a magazine and a kiss, and all nice and fast.
We're having a baby.
That's Christmas ruined. Sleepless nights, stinky nappies. Ruby baby, make me a cup of tea.
Travis is a Scrooge. Hold on 2 ticks.
Ruby goes out, throws her jacket and bag into her bedroom. nicely messy room with the keyboard calling to Carla.
So what'd they say?
And Ruby goes into Carla's room where Carla's on the floor trying to put a simple wood cot together. She's coming round with the baby. Right now she's on her way. It's been years since we fostered this one this young. I can't remember to put this thing together. Ruby kneels with her, both quieter now.
Funny though, a baby on Christmas Eve, just like me.
I got lucky all those years ago. If you ever find her, you're the mother, I'm going to tell her. You were so small.
Hey,
And they have a lovely little hug, then close, smiling.
I was lucky with my name. I bet this one's all Christmassy, like Noel or Eve
Oh, Holly.
or Carol.
Interior Ruby and Carla's flat.
She's called Lulabelle.
Ruth Lyons, 35, social worker, Londoner, fast, busy, carrying baby Lulabelle in a car seat through the front door, and handing her over to Carla. Ruby standing by. Ruth Lyons laden with a bag of provisions in her own shoulder bag, packed with documents. All three cooing and delighted. Oh, what a terrible name!
What an absolutely terrible name.
Isn't it awful? That's for the safe box. Happy birthday, Carla said. What a day. And I raided the provisions, but the cupboard was bare.
Say to Carla's bedroom, now a half nursery.
So it's a section 20. We'd have little Lulabelle off the ward, but we haven't got the staff.
What's wrong with the mum?
Just can't cope. Family is too complicated for words, but I'm hopeful. I think she'll be with you 5 or 6 days till we can see what's what. Oh, you've been painting.
Making a place of her own, because we're never going to move her. Carla goes ahead. Ruth pausing for a second as they pass Cherry's room. Cherry in her bed.
I am not going anywhere. Shackle me to this bed. And where's my cup of tea?
Merry Christmas, Cherry. We should really get you a ground floor flat.
Not moving.
Into the bedroom where Carla's taking Lulu out of the car seat into the now assembled cot with the little blanket. Hey, you are, little Lulabelle. You're in with me. It's a terrible time.
I'd call her Lulu, but that's not too bad. And we're all off till the 27th, and maybe, as a rough plan, you could bring her to the hospital on Thursday, the 28th. Maybe 10 o'clock? I'll text you. Just a meeting with the mum, start bonding.
Ruby's been looking at the bag of provisions.
We need to go shopping first. These nappies are for 6-month-olds.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Shops are still open. Hold on. And she's dug out a Polaroid camera. I like to take a little snap. Every little blessing.
You still get film for those.
Oh, you wait long enough and they're fashionable again. Smile. She takes a photo of Lulu. Snap. Photo peels out. Shh. Enter Ruby and Carla's flat day kitchen. 10 minutes later, Carla blue tacks the Polaroid of Lulabelle into the fridge, along with all those other photos, some Polaroids, some ordinary snaps, babies, kids, teenagers, some babies next to their now adult photos, lots of smiles. There you go. Welcome to the family, Lulu. Oh, Lulu sounds nice. Behind her, Ruth Lyons standing at the front door, and Ruby walks in, shucking on her jacket again, about to go out.
Okay, I won't be long. I can get some more eggs. Anything else?
But Carla grabs her coat bag and keys. Oh, I'll go. I'll walk to Portobello Road and have a proper shop.
I can do it.
Oh, but I can buy something for Lulu, Christmas and birthday.
You soft thing. She might only be with us a couple of days.
Oh, she's family. I'm leaving you in charge. Rule number 1, don't lose the baby.
I'll try my best.
I'm off, Mum. I'll just be an hour. Mum, I'm off. I'll just be an hour.
Where's my blasted teas?
Heading out with Ruth.
Now watch these flats underneath you. What do they go for?
Oh, don't ask. I tried to think where the last little pocket of fixed rent up here. It's why my mum won't move. I begged her. Slam! They're gone. Entry, Ruby, and Carla's flat continuous still in the kitchen with Carla and Ruth Lyons gone. Ruby turns around as her phone rings. Unknown answer, and Ruby answers.
No, hush. Don't wake the baby. Hello?
Interior private hospital reception day. Davina McCall on her mobile shot tight location unclear.
Is this Is this Ruby? It's Davina here. Davina McCall.
Scene 11 kitchen and scene 12 private hospital intercut.
Oh my god, hello. Merry Christmas. Nice to hear from you.
Look, it's not the best timing, and it's not good news. I'm sorry. I know it's your birthday, but there's no trace of your mom or dad. I'm really sorry. We did warn you. It happens sometimes.
No, that's fine. Thanks. But can you keep looking?
There's nothing more we can do. If your parents aren't on any sort of database, we can't find them.
Okay, but isn't that unusual though? Not a single trace anywhere in the whole wide world? Like, my mother's never left a blood sample or anything.
I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. I get it. I'm sorry. And it's really very kind of you to phone me yourself.
Uh, yeah, there's something else I wanted to ask. Ruby, have you been having bad luck recently?
Wider and Davina, she's in a wheelchair with her leg in a plaster, one arm in a sling. She's in the reception of some sort of private hospital. Nurses coolly gliding in the background. Behind Davina, huge 12-foot Christmas tree has a big, heavy, sharp gold star on it.
What do you mean?
Bad luck. Because ever since that day, it's never stopped. I've been hit, I've been thrown, I've been bumped, I fell off a boat on dry land, I've had accidents and collisions, and I got trampled by a moose.
And during this, right behind Davina, a small gray hand creeps in. At the base of the Christmas tree, which is held up by a hefty four-legged metal base, the hand is reaching for a big bolt, snicker snacker.
And I can't help thinking, it all comes back to when I met you.
I suppose. Funny thing is, I have been having a bad luck. Like, I keep dropping things.
I knew it!
But they're just accidents.
How do we stop them? Because I'm begging you, tell me how to stop. Because I'm terrified. Sooner or later, there's going to be an accident that I can't avoid. And next time, it might be.
And a creak, the Christmas tree star falls, the big, heavy, sharp golden star falling like an axe. Davina looks up, she screams, kitchen. The phone cuts dead. Ruby is puzzled.
Hello? Davina? Hello?
Strange, but oh well. Ruby puts the phone down a moment, upset. Damn.
Oh.
And she has a little cry, all those hopes and dreams, all Christmas too on her birthday. Talk about bad luck, pulls herself together.
Okay.
But then Ruby hears in the distance, snap, shh, hey, she just wonders vaguely, but then snicker, snicker, ha ha. The baby monitor lights up, strange, but no, nothing. Ruby goes to the monitor, gives a shake, puts it down, but then clearly snicker, snacker, ticker, tacker, shika, shaka.
What?
She looks back down the hall to Carla's bedroom.
Hello?
Over the monitor, hicka, haka, ha ha, happy birthday. What? And Ruby runs down the hall, past Sherry's room into Carla's room, and the baby is gone. What? But it can't be. Remembers Carla's words.
Don't lose the baby.
Ooh. Even though it's ridiculous, impossible, insane, she looks around under Carla's bed. Nothing except there's a Polaroid camera on the floor and a photo of terrible eye, gray skin, a creature, and then a cry, a baby's cry in the distance. Outside! So Ruby looks up at the skylight. Lulu's blanket is hanging over the edge into the room. What? But as she looks, the blanket is whipped away from outside. No time to think. Ruby runs to the hall and grabs the step ladder back into the bedroom, pulls it under the skylight, fast, panicky. Oh God, Ruby climbs up into the skylight. She looks up, out, exterior, rooftop day. Ruby's head pops up to look out of the skylight, and in that moment, after 30 seconds, which was already been terrifying enough, Ruby's world's her perception of what the world is and how it works changes forever, and she sees Baby Lou being held by two goblins. They're close by, little, maybe 2 feet tall, gray, spindly arms and legs, round faces. Maybe they look like David Bowie. Almost ovals. Nonetheless, big pointed ears, gold earrings, and little baby horns. Mouths of thin, jagged teeth. Their clothes are seafaring, piratical, though also fun. And the lead goblin wears a Santa hat. And then they're putting Lulu, now wrapped in a Hessian goblin blanket, into a wicker knotted goblin basket, the original baby blanket at their feet. They didn't need it.
What the hell?
And the Santa Hat goblin hisses her. But after the maddest time ever, Ruby has had enough and she hauls herself out of the skylight furious.
Did you just hiss at me? Was that a hiss? 'Cause let me tell you. Oh my god, I'm on the roof. But let me say, I'm not being hissed at, mate. And one more thing, give me back my baby.
But the goblin calls to the sky.
Snicker, snicker.
Yeah, there's more to that. And a rope with a hook plus a rope ladder fall down ropes from the sky. Ruby looks up in the clouds above and noticeably darker, now concentrated, as though focused around boobies. I said boobies. Ruby's flat, the rest of the sky falling away in rosy December. The rope and ladder extend up, vanishing into the cloud, and the goblins have looped to the rope and the hook and the ladder and the basket and the snicker snacker and the leap and the rope ladder. And the rope lifts off, carried in the hooked basket up. The goblins are fast, nimble as they climb up, racing up the rope ladder at the same speed of the ascending basket. Ruby's got no choice, grabs hold of the rope ladder. Is she really going to do this? But she must. She pulls herself up. It's harder than it looks, and the rope ladder is handmade, all twisted, not rope, as it strips the driftwood and the rungs and the climb. In midair, it's hard. She hauls herself up, one step, two, one more, and another, struggling, and now it gets worse. The rope ladder moves. Whatever's above, whatever the rope ladder is attached to, must be moving. A Ruby and the ladder begin to sail over the rows, the townhouses below, the drop below, the street.
No, no, no.
She's holding on, terrified. The rope is rough. It burns. She hoists one elbow through the ladder to wrap herself in, and then
What the hell are you doing?
what? There's that man from the nightclub, and he's running along the roof towards her.
Just there's.
Well, what did you do that for? Who sees a ladder and just pops on? A ladder in the sky, and you thought, yeah, I'll give that a go, babes.
They've got the baby.
Well, I haven't got any choice now.
And he jumps onto the ladder. He's below her, climbs up, reaches her, big smile, and exterior sky day. The Doctor and Ruby, a rope ladder flying above Notting Hill, above and beyond over the city of London, below, exhilarated and scared, clinging on like crazy, and he looks right at her as though willing her fear away.
What's your name?
Ruby Sunday.
Hello, Ruby Sunday. It's Sunday right now. That's a coincidence. I'm the Doctor. Hi.
I met you before.
Yep.
There are creatures. Goblins.
They're goblins.
Okay, I can't hold on.
She's struggling, clinging to the rope. It's the trickiest because the ladder is half down goblin size.
Right. Wait. So I spent a lot of time hanging off things, so I invented these.
He gets
Gloves.
Intelligent gloves.
As he gets out 2 big gloves, black with a fine gold wire and skeleton, gives one to Ruby and puts it on himself.
One each. Should work. Put it on. Because I thought, what's the problem with hanging on? The weight and the friction and the burn. So I got rid of them. The gloves are kind of superkinetic transfer of mass. Well, look, it's like this.
He's got his gloves on. There's a faint, subtle shine along the gold wire as he holds the ladder rung above. Smiles.
That's better.
And suddenly he's all relaxed, holds on like it was easy, holds his other arm out into the air, happily all fine.
You see? The glove takes All the weight, all my weight is in the glove. Nothing hurts, nothing pulls, nothing burns. Ta-da!
She's got her glove on now, holding on the rung above, and the effort goes, the panic. Easy to talk now. She beams.
I'm lightweight.
All the mass and density and mavity exist in the glove, not in you.
Super gloves.
And yank, they both shoot up out of the frame. Whoa, wider into the rope ladder, into the cloud.
They're pulling us in.
But where? What's up there?
The goblins. Do you know why they're called goblins? Because they gobble you up. This lot want to start gobbling the baby.
And they rise up, up, up into the cloud, all misty. Clothes on Ruby and the doctor rising, both in a haze.
This is where they feast.
Rising above the cloud, the doctor looking up in awe.
Goblin ships.
And there it is, like a pirate ship, a round, bloated wooden tub of a boat, gnarled and knotted, timbers held together with a rope and cobwebs instead of oars. It has wide, creaking wooden wings laced with leather gauze and string stretching out on either side. Above the tall mast, huge sails of gossamer and whispers. Gossamer and whispers? Okay. Hollow or billow in the breeze. Sailing above cloud banks, Ruby and the doctor lifting up, up, up. POV below them on the bottom of the hull between the timbers, there's a rough hewn porthole, i.e., a rope ladder rises up into the absolute center of the ship, not the sides.
That's impossible.
It's beautiful.
And they're rising up, up, up into the porthole.
And what will they do to us?
Oh, they hit us too.
As they rise through the porthole. Interior, Hall Goblin ship day. A low space. The goblins are only 2 feet tall, and all wood and rope walls, floor, ceiling, and daylight shining through the slats. A rope ladder comes up through the porthole in the floor, up to the ceiling where a giant witch sits, which winds in. Okay, it's a mouthful. And the doctor and Ruby's heads rise up into the ship. Gulp, 100 goblins ready for their tea.
Hiya!
They all hiss. Into the brig, the goblin ship day. In the goblin's prison cell again, low, maybe 5 foot high, to allow the room for the doctor and Ruby, sitting tied by the wrists against the timber, back to back. Again, the timbered room, daylight showing through the gaps, everything bound with rope and cobwebs. That's their concrete bricks.
I can't believe this. I can't believe a single thing that's happening. And it's my birthday.
It's your what now?
Never mind me. They're gonna eat Lulabelle. What time is dinner?
She's pulling at the ropes, no good, but throughout the doctor's busy with his knots, knowing what he is doing.
No, but it's Lulabelle's birthday. That is a brilliant name. I wish I was called Lulabelle. And it's your birthday on the same day.
Yes, but it doesn't mean anything. It's just a coincidence.
Learn the language. Coincidence is what makes the baby tasty. That's how the goblins work. Chance, coincidence, and luck. That's how I spotted you. You've been having lots of bad luck, yes?
Yeah, but that goes way back. Lulu only arrived today. I started having accidents weeks ago.
That was paving the way. These goblins are time riders. They can surf the waves of time. They saw the chance of coincidence. So they went back and wove you in.
So they caused my accidents? Were they trying to kill me?
No, it's more like if you walk through a day without any bad luck, then fine, that day's nothing. But if you have lots of accidents, that stitches you in. It weaves you into the day. You become all complicated and knotted and vivid. All of it leading to a baby on Christmas Eve. Same birthday as you, with a bedroom that's high in the sky, all convenient for a goblin ship. It's like a tapestry. It's gorgeous.
How do you know all this?
I don't. There's a whole new science for me. Love it. The language of luck, because what's a coincidence but a form of accident? Two things bumping together, unexpectedly. Like you and me.
A little smile between them, more intimate.
But who are you? How come you're an expert in time-traveling goblins?
Oh! They're not time travelers. Excuse me. Time travelers are great, like the best, like wow, this lot just bimble.
Okay, but if they're bimbling, why don't they pick on Davina McCall?
Oh, that's just fun.
And he's free. Wrist pulls out of the rope.
How'd you do that?
Spent a long, hot summer with Harry Houdini. Now then,
He pulls a knot at Ruby's ropes, undoes them. She rubs her wrist. Ouch! She runs to the door, pulls at it, and it's stronger than it looks, won't move. So he unfolds his sonic screwdriver, whirs at the door. Nothing at the sonic.
wrong world.
Why? What's that thing?
Sonic screwdriver. A screwdriver needs screws. This lot bind everything with knots.
Pockets. And now he follows the ropes in the low ceiling, ropes and knots wrapped around timbers, lacing to and fro. He's working out how this world is constructed as he follows the ropes. Oh my god. Ugh. Oh Jesus. The opposite of the ropes of the room while Ruby goes to the door, heaves at it again and again during.
We've got to get out. They could be eating the baby right now.
What time were you born?
I don't know. They kind of guessed, like 2 o'clock, 2 p.m.
Right, so language, tapestry, coincidence. That's the time for feast. What time is it now?
5 to 2.
The doctor looks at the gaps in the planks of the hall. Below, clouds parting, aerial view. Notting Hill below.
And we're circling back to your flat. The pattern is closing. Better hurry up.
Ruby's still heaving at the door.
Well, if you'd like to give me a hand.
I am learning the vocabulary of rope. This stuff is their version of wires and electricity, so if we trip the right switch.
He pulls close, then pulls a loose knot above his head, release set free like an elastic. The rope whips through timbers, whoop, 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 across the brig to the door, which now opens. Ruby delighted.
You can speak rope.
Okay. Interior corridor, Goblin ship day. Ruby and the doctor head out of the brig. A short, tight internal corridor. Again, wood, rope, cobwebs. It's already this lower than the brig. Oh, I'm sorry. And already this is lower than the brig, and they have to duck and stumble.
We can't exactly sneak around. We're like giants in this place.
Think even a leaky old goblin ship has got the equivalent of.
He pulls loose a knot. A trapdoor in the ceiling above slams down, plunk, and it makes a slope up to a low, dark wooden crawl space above.
Ventilation shafts.
Interior crawl space, Goblin ship day. A very low, flat space, all dark wood cramped. The doctor lying flat out, shuffling along. Ruby shuffling behind him. He's using the sonic screwdriver as a torch. Gaps in the wooden timbers of the floor light from below, so they can see the wooden corridor below. They hear a drum, a beat, thump, 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 below, close.
I think that's the dinner gong. What's the time?
3 minutes, too? Is that a song?
Please, no more Spice Girls. The thump, 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 growing, swelling into a tune with vocals from a goblin voice. Like ceremony is up ahead. They shuffle along faster, reaching below them.
Oh my.
Interior dining hall, Goblin ship day, intricate crawl space with the doctor and Ruby above, looking down through the cracks in the planks as the dining hall, a good height at last, so the doctor and Ruby are high up. This is the long room, the floor, all goblins, hundreds packed around in the center of the room. A conveyor belt running along the length of the room, elevated on wood struts just above the goblin's head, made of wood and leather. Nothing's metal except for earrings. Little wooden wheels turn the leather belt, though it's stationary at the moment. The far end disappears into draped heavy canvas curtains, and at this end, the end of which the doctor and Ruby are up above, baby Lulabelle on the conveyor belt. She's in a goblin-made wooden rope basket, gurgling, unaware of her fate. As the song rises from low level to fill the room, sung by a goblin band at Lulu's end, opposite of the drapes. It would be amazing if that goblin band looked like the Spice Girls. Anyway, a little elevated stage and its own set of curtains pulled back to reveal the band. A goblin drummer beats out a tune on 3 stumps. A goblin marimba player beating out a tune, a goblin guitarist on a string and branch guitar, a goblin singer center stage, mic made out of a little beehive. Oh, hair pulled into a blonde top knot, and this is their song. It's like the Roman drum beat on a Roman galley. The soldiers are going to war. All the goblins sway their arms from side to side, filled with the rhythm.
We had a baby, we can feast. We can die 3 days at least. Baby blood and baby bones. Baby butter for the baby scones.
That's scones.
Little baby feet, little baby toes. Every one of us wants to knows. Baby had such very bad luck. Now into baby we will talk. Eat the baby, add some salt. Bailey's barley powdered malt.
Goblins reach up, scatter leaves, wheat, powdered milk, Lulubelle, chuckling as much as the 1 day old baby can chuckle. Yeah, bravo. Up above, the doctor's shuffling forward so Ruby can see down.
They're seasoning her.
Amazing.
No, it's not. What do we do?
Below, a goblin begins to turn a wooden winch.
Now baby salted, she's a treat. Her destiny, it's time to meet.
The conveyor belt flanks into action slowly, wheels turning, the leather belt moving on Lulu, and the basket beginning to trundle across the room, across the drapes. All the goblins watch as she passes by, adoring her, and they sing, wave hands, huge chorus of happy, hungry voices.
Baby, we
Baby, baby,
baby,
baby,
we
eat with our teeth,
eat
better
with
than
our
meat.
teeth.
Baby so
Better
soft,
than meat.
baby I love,
Baby
big
so
blue
soft.
eyes,
Carry
caramelized.
up. Big blue eyes. Caramelized.
I hope you still have a voice. The doctor with Ruby is horrified, shuffling to follow Lulu below along the long line. Lulu looks up at him, happy, but the doctor looks ahead to the canvas curtains, realizing.
Oh no.
What?
I wonder whose ship this is.
And goblins at the side pull on the ropes. The ropes pull away the heavy drapes. Lulu on creaking, clanking the conveyor belt for. Oh my god, it is David Bowie, the Goblin King!
Oh my God.
Damn. Guess apparently it's not David Bowie. What is this? A huge fleshy creature, job-like, but bigger. All the expanding skin. Oh yeah, this is definitely not him. He's like grown into the far end of the room and melded to it. Fresh flesh knotted within the ropes and cobwebs. In the middle of a ghastly, grinning, noseless face, a huge, toothy mouth waiting at the end of the conveyor belt. Goblin band goes wild. The song becomes a brassy big band number, and there's now a goblin trumpeter playing a huge conch shell, and a goblin singer. Top knot comes undone, falls into blonde hair like Janice from the Muppets. Janice rocks! All goblins dance and sing, and they love a sing along. Chorus.
He's the Goblin King, yes, the Goblin King. He's not a myth, he's an actual thing. He's the king, he's the king, he's the king, he's the king goblin. We love the king, he's sing-a-ding-a-ling. We love his chin when it's wobbling. He likes to dine on coincidence. It fills and builds him up and heads. He got
500 puppies with golden fur. Orphan boys with jetpack hair.
Circus clowns with a red balloon.
He can eat me. He makes me swoon. Can we
No.
get wardrobe over here?
Jesus Christ, Travis. But this is also terrifying. The song is so wild, so happy. It's a horror as Lulu cranks closer and closer to the giant mouth. Repeat chorus during. Ruby in the roof, trapped in a madhouse. This is insane. She hammers on the floorboards. Anything to stop the feast.
Leave her alone. Leave her alone.
She can't be heard above the song, or they don't care. Lulu, closer, closer, closer. The king's mouth widens, a huge slobbering maw, and even the doctor, scared now, pivots onto his back.
What do I do? What do I do?
He's untying the knots in the crawl space ceiling like crazy. Ropes, whoop, 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 snap. He rips out a timber, finds one big knot below Lulu, nearing the edge, the king in the mouth, and repeat the chorus climaxing.
For the king on high. Oh, little baby. Oh, little baby. Say goodbye.
Okay, in the ceiling.
Hold on.
He pulls the knot free, rope set free, go whip, whip, whip through the timbers, and the crawl space floor collapses. Floorboards fall. The doctor and Ruby wail as they tumble down, whoop, onto the conveyor belts. Absolute silence. All the goblins stare, and the king frowns. The belt has stopped dead. The doctor and Ruby get to their feet. It wasn't that much of a drop. They're okay. The doctor smiles at the goblin audience. Goblins grabbing Lulu's basket as he does so, passing it over to Ruby so the baby's safe.
Right. So, tough crowd. Your Majesty, hello. See, I'm the doctor. This is my friend Ruby Sunday. I'd just like to say.
And now he has an idea.
Why stop singing?
He starts to click his fingers like at them.
You like the song? I saw you. Who doesn't like a song? Giving a rhythm to the world? Yes?
And the Goblin Kings start to click their little thin fingers, and the king gurgles too, grins, amused by the funny men.
That's it. That's it. You've got it. That's it. How about this?
He starts to clap the rhythm of the song.
You get it? Yeah. You, me, goblins. Come on, everyone.
The goblets are entranced by him. His nerves start to clap.
And you, Ruby, you're in a band.
How'd you know that?
But she trusts him and starts to clap the rhythm, and now the whole room is clapping. The volume is building.
Rocket Janice!
And the band starts. I love how they watch the Muppets in this universe. And the band starts to play and slams back into the Goblin King chorus. But this time the doctor sings and he loves it and plays the crowd like he has been doing this all his life.
I hate this. Because the Goblin King, the Goblin King, it's so good to meet you, great big thing. I can see you're having a fun day. Meet my friend, she's Ruby Sunday. I'm making it up. I don't know the melody.
Ruby, go! But to hell with it. She launches into the song.
Sure. It's good to meet you. Good to greet you. Good to say how diddly dee you. It's my birthday, my oh my. I'm 50 miles up in the sky. But goblins, you can go to hell because you're not eating Lulabelle.
And she high fives the doctor, passing the song back to him.
Me and Ruse, we got just one hope. If I have understood that rope, got stuck up there when things got hot, I think I found the master knot. The master knot has been undone. That's when we start having fun.
And he looks up, sealing that whoop whoop snap of ropes isn't, but now they're unraveling like mad through all the timbers. The Dr. Ruby goblins look up, amazed, watching ping ping, faster and faster, the rope breaking free, as tight as elastic being released, and then ping, a giant rope drops down in front of the doctor. It hangs down suspended from the ceiling. The doctor reaches up, grabs hold in his gloved hand.
Hold on tight.
What are you?
But she trusts him immediately. Lulabelle's basket is hooked around one arm. She grabs a hold of the doctor, wraps herself around him, holding on to him with her own glove.
If you reverse an intelligent glove, you get heavy.
And the doctor and Ruby, with Lulabelle's basket, jump off the conveyor belt, plunge down, and they smash through the floor. Exterior sky and goblin ship. Smash. The doctor and Ruby holding Lulabelle's goblin basket. Lulu inside smash through the hull and plummet down, 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 holding onto the rope. Interior dining hall, goblin ship day. The goblins are screaming. The Goblin King is roaring as ping, 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 ping. The rope pulls out of the ceiling fast, 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 popping out of the beams, pulling down. Taut. Exterior sky day. The doctor and Ruby, now below cloud level, whizzing down on the rope as it extends down, down, down. Close up on the doctor's glove is the rope, the golden glow above the along the wires, canceling out the friction and the burn of the pain as they plunge down. London shooting up to meet them, yelling,
How do we stop?
Love the glove, Ruby.
Close up of the glove as wires shine brighter. The doctor and Ruby start to slow, now gently gliding down to stop. Exterior rooftop above the kitchen. The doctor and Ruby 2 feet above the ledge of Ruby's roof. As they jump down and plunk onto the roof, careful as Lulu and her basket back in the real world. The rope suddenly whips up, spiraling into the sky, and the doctor and Ruby look up, then at each other, dazed.
Well,
Yeah.
so
Wow.
Then, still holding on to Lulu, they start to laugh and get into a lovely hug. Oh my god, how impossible was that? And they laugh more, exhilarated. They survived! Interior Ruby and Carla's flat day. Ruby, jacket off now, holding Lulubelle back in an ordinary blanket with the doctor popping into Cherry. I don't like this phrasing. In doorway like a normal day. Still, with one glove each, the doctor's just putting the stepladder back into the hall.
I'm back. Sorry, got distracted.
I've given up on that cuppa and opt for a life of abstinence. And who is this young man when he's at home?
As Ruby takes Lulubelle's back into Carla's room.
hi there. I'm the doctor.
The last doctor I saw tried to murder me, so you stay away, eh?
The doctor glancing at the photo on the wall, an ordinary clip flame, Ruby, Carla, Cherry, all three there laughing.
Oh, you don't need me. You've got your family looking after you.
We three queens of the sky up here in the attic.
And your name's Cherry.
It is
Cherry Sunday.
like a tasty treat.
Nice to meet you, Cherry Sunday.
Lorix, what a way him nice. English.
He goes back into Carla's room where Ruby puts Lulabelle in her cot, hushed, still worried, as he goes to the window.
Love?
She gives the doctor her glove. He shakes it. Bad news.
Only 3% left.
And he shoves both gloves in his pockets. Look up his POV out of the window. Dark clouds in the sky above.
Are we safe though? What if the ship comes sailing down? What do we do? Can they get us?
No, I don't think they invade. The world is up there, and they creep into this one on the edges.
He steps away from the window. His foot catches on a cable and it yanks, and the table lamp goes flying. Smash.
Accidents. That's how they get us.
Do they cause all accidents?
Maybe they do. Ooh.
Then fast, he's scuttling around, checking plugs and cables.
Check loose cables or glass or anything. Check the cot, check the splinters, or loose screws.
Ruby starts checking the cot. Both busy, busy, busy.
Trouble is, the coincidence has bound Lulu to Christmas Eve. I could take her out of the day, but she's too connected. I think that would actually cause her pain. So we're stuck. We've got to sit it out till midnight.
What do you mean? Take her out of the day.
Technical phrase.
But what does take her out of the day mean?
It doesn't matter, because I can't.
But how would you take her out of the day? Doctor, I still don't know who you are. When we first met, you said you were health and safety. Is that true? And don't you dare say elf and safety.
Wish I had. But look.
He holds up the psychic paper. It's blank, but she reads.
That's not what it said before.
What's it say now?
I'm the doctor, trust me.
It's psychic paper.
It's what?
Paper is psychic. Shows you whatever I want you to see.
What the hell does that mean?
Oh, is there anything in the kitchen? Anything burning?
Oh, they both run all the way down the hall. Cherry watches them whiz past.
And what it?
Into the kitchen, all fine, but there, the doctor goes along the wall, checking the plugs and wires and kettle, etc.
Death trap, check everything. The wiring, the plugs.
And he sees the fridge door covered with all of those photos of children. The doctor stops, smiling.
Who are they?
That's the family. Mom's children, they're all the kids she's fostered over the years.
So many.
I know. Still in touch, some of them. Lots of them. She's amazing.
You've got the biggest family in the world.
I have. What about you?
I've got no one. Make sure the oven's turned off.
And he's off again, going down the hall, as busy as he can be, manic, checking plugs, heaters, doorways, pictures on the wall. Ruby busies herself, calling out from the kitchen to hall.
If you told me I'd spend my birthday fighting magic.
It's not magic. The language. It's a different form of physics.
Yes, like magic. But how? Where do these things come from?
In the hall, Dr. to Ruby, the kitchen, the cherries in the bed.
There was an incursion into this world. Do you know the giggle when everyone went mad that was caused by a drastic transgression known as the Toymaker, and he brought his legions with him? This is his legacy. Forces of nature, but forces of a different nature, writing their own. I'm out of my depth, got no rules. I love
You're a crazy man.
Fais-moi chérie.
Wow, Travis interrupting. Ruby's in the kitchen doorway, cross.
Don't leave the baby alone.
Oh, he runs into Carla's bedroom. Ruby runs down the hall, but Lulabelle's fine. Awake now, happy in her cot.
She's all right. She's all right. She's all right.
Don't leave her.
You did too.
I know. Don't.
In the hall, the front door opens and Carla arrives with shopping. Here come Presenta, lane with presents. Who's your friend? Ruby and the doctor in Carla's bedroom doorway, all innocence.
This is the doctor.
I,
Well, there's nothing wrong, is there? Is she all right, the baby? Carla's worried, dumps her shopping, but heads for them fast.
No, she's fine. She's fine.
It's not Mom, is it? As she heads into Sherry's room, all fine, gives her a quick kiss on the forehead and a bag of humbugs. What's going on? Everything all right? Well, go on. Mom?
Travis.
Oh, yes, I am.
Travis.
Don't leave the baby?
no.
Oh my God.
Wait, what did I miss? Hold on.
Page 47.
I can't get a cup of tea around here. Fee love, not money.
We get you a packet of humbugs like Scrooge 'tis the season. Boy, that's Irish. Carla heads out into her room, passing Ruby and the doctor. So why do we need a doctor?
Routine visit, that's all.
This is my mom, Carla.
Carla's having a look at Lulu. Oh, look at her. Little chicken. Hello, Lulabelle. Oh, so she's been okay. Oh, what's this? She picks up from the floor the Goblin's Polaroid. What's that supposed to be? Ruby and the doctor both look a bit guilty.
Nothing. I don't know.
Is that an eye?
No.
It's a toy. It's the eye of a toy.
What toy?
It's a toy that I chucked out.
She's too young for toys anyway. Where'd you get the toy from?
Yes, it wasn't. I didn't. Oh my God, Mom. Can we just stop? Can we just stop all of this for a minute? Because I've had enough. This has been the worst day ever. It's Christmas and my birthday, and it's a disaster.
No, but there was a problem, but it's gone now. Did you think? No need to bother your mum.
What sort of problem?
I'm sorry. This thing happened.
It was nothing, and it's gone. It's really, really gone. And before it was gone, it didn't even matter.
But despite the whole mad day Ruby is actually thinking of.
What I mean is, they phoned from the TV show this afternoon when you were out, just before. It was Davina McCall. She said they couldn't find anything. My mom or dad, no sisters or brothers, cousins. There was nothing.
Oh, sweetheart.
I didn't know.
I'm sorry, darling. Come here.
I'm okay.
Come here. Carla goes to her. Her mother and daughter have a lovely hug and kiss Carla with a big, beautiful heart. I'm glad you didn't find her. Do you hear me? Glad, because you don't know if I could make room with your mine. What's what you are? Isn't she gorgeous?
Yes, she is.
I was counting. When I was out, Lilibel's the 33rd child I fostered. I've got the photos. Have a look at all the fridge. They're all there. I've had some of them for days and some of them for weeks, some of them for years, but only one of them stayed. And you made my life. You absolutely made my life. You can wonder about your parents, but I wonder who'd I be without you. The doctor's so moved he surprised himself by saying,
I'm adopted.
Are you?
Yeah. Only found out recently.
That's a coincidence.
Oh, don't say that.
Rumble of thunder from outside. The doctor and Ruby tense up. Carla clearly gesticulating with the goblin paranoid in hand. Do you know who your parents are? He can't stop saying it, though he knows it's dangerous.
No, I was abandoned.
Oh, you were foundling, just like Ruby. An even bigger coincidence. More thunder. Ruby runs to the window. Yikes, the clouds are now lower, darker. Scared.
Yeah, maybe we'd better not talk about coincidence, okay?
Could you maybe just put that photo down?
Still holding up the photo. Oh, I took a photo of little Lady Lou as soon as she arrived. Oh, look at her, though. She's so gorgeous. Don't you just want to eat her up?
And that's a coincidence.
A rumble of thunder and crack! The window smashes and a crack zigzags from the window, up the wall, across the ceiling. A vast splitting noise. What the bloody hell?
Don't move. Don't move. Don't move.
Mom, don't move.
And the crack zigzags out of the room. The doctor runs after. The crack zigzags along the hall ceiling. Fast, the doctor runs, following. The crack splits the top. The kitchen door frame zigzags into the kitchen. The doctor runs it and crack slows the crack towards the kitchen window, leading the doctor in the direction, though it slows and thins and then stops just as he reaches the window. Calm again, the doctor looks up. Sky outside, low, dark clouds are thinning away.
Lucky at last.
Happy, he runs down the hall, pops into Cherry's doorway.
All good?
1 cup of tea, Lord of Massey, just won't.
Thanks, Cherry.
And he goes back into Carla's bedroom. She's staring up the crack, stealing at the doctor, goes to the broken window, popping a look at Lulabelle in her cot.
All good, Lulabelle. Oh, such a good name.
But what the hell was that? Look at the ceiling and the window. Gonna freeze. Who's gonna fix that on Christmas Eve? Doctor's POV of the sky, the final clouds roll away, gone.
Bye-bye. Hurrah.
Who are you talking to?
Nothing. No one. Just...
And he picks up a goblin Polaroid, which is now blank. To Carla, a big smile.
absolutely nothing.
But the whole flat just cracked in half. Now tell me, what the hell just happened?
Long story. Do you see over there, middle of the city?
He calls over to the broken window, a cloud whipping in. From his height, they can see over the rooftops, London skyscrapers, including the unit tower.
The unit tower. I've got friends in there. They can help with compensation. Ask for Shirley.
But that's Nitwit Tower. They're all outer space nutters. Yeah, you're spending our body taxes on monsters, and we haven't even got monsters. We've got subsidence.
Okay. Maybe we should sit down and tell you a Christmas story. What do you think, Ruby?
He calls that off, assuming she's in another room. No reply.
Ruby?
No reply to Carla.
Where did she go?
And then he leaves the bedroom, pops into Sherry's room.
Where's Ruby?
He runs down the hall, kitchen, no Ruby.
Ruby, where'd you go?
Runs to
Ruby?
the door, runs out. That's okay. Interior staircase day, the doctor shouts down the stairs.
Ruby, are you there?
Just the echo of his voice, he runs back in. Interior Ruby and Carla's flat day. The doctor runs back in, manic. Carla is walking down the hall carrying Lou the Bell. But it's slightly different Carla. No bright headscarf, a bit more drab, not so much as fun as cynicism about her. The cracked ceiling is still in place above her.
Sorry, but where's she's gone?
What are you on about?
I'm looking for your daughter.
Oh, don't be daft. Lulu's not my daughter. I'm fostering her. Just for a couple of days.
No, I mean your daughter, Ruby.
Who's Ruby? Oh.
Your daughter?
I told you. This is Lulu. She's a right old pain on Christmas Eve. Last thing I need.
But
He's horrified, runs down the hall to Ruby's bedroom, but it's bare, storeroom. Just a few cardboard boxes. What do you want in the spare room? His mind is wild, panicking. He runs back down the hall. He already knows what's happened, but he's fighting it. He goes to Cherry's room, a darker room. Somehow, Cherry in bed, but grim, quiet, all the spark gone out of her.
Ruby, do you remember Ruby?
What are you talking about?
Your granddaughter is called Ruby.
There's no picnic in this home. We were never so blessed.
And Cherry just turns away, upset. As the doctor leaves Cherry's room, Carla's down the hall, standing in the kitchen doorway, calling out, puzzled. Sorry, I got a bit lost. Who are you again?
The doctor.
Doctor for what? For Lulu? Are you here to see Lulu Bell?
No, I was here with...
Oh no. He runs into Carla's bedroom. Carla's bedroom is restored. No crack in the roof, no broken window, nothing, no Polaroid. No, even as all of it was, everything is minning around the doctor, sealing Ruby out. He looks into the hall. The ceiling is now uncracked. Carla's now gone back in the kitchen, and the doctor runs down the hall, desperate, trying to will the story back to the right path into the kitchen, also now uncracked.
You had another child called Ruby.
I've never had children, mate.
You adopted her.
I foster? Now, don't be so stupid. I'm a foster mother. I just do it now and then, and that's all. I've had about 5 or 6 kids.
No, but you've had...
He turns, the fridge is bare. No photos, just a couple of Chinese menus and a taxi firm cards. All the children are gone.
They've gone.
It was?
Your children. All those lives you fostered. 33.
How many? Oh, not me, darling. Oh, don't be so stupid. That's too much like hard work. Oh, no way. I just need to put my name on a list when I need a bit of money.
No, you don't.
800 quid per child.
Don't say that.
The doctor's reeling, staggered by her coldness. Carla's almost talking to herself, bleak, cold, and clipped. Think you got me mixed up with someone else? Because there's no Ruby. There's just me, stuck with my old mum up here in the attic. And I'm busy. I couldn't have a kid full time. It would be a nightmare. This little brat arrives, ruining my holiday. I was looking forward to it, Christmas Day. Oh, Mum's asleep by 3, and it'd all be on my own. Oh, why would I want a daughter? I'm happy as I am.
Why are you crying?
Oh, I don't know. Why are you? And he is. He's spinning with grief, devastated. Time has been violated. He feels it. He feels it in his heart and his guts and his soul. A more emotional doctor than ever, realizing
They went back. They took the baby. The other baby.
he points at Carla, so fierce.
They cracked the timeline, but I will fix this. I will fix this.
And he runs. Exterior Ruby Street Day, the doctor, so upset, runs out of Ruby's house, heads for the police box, runs inside, slam. Old Mrs. Flood returning home with Christmas shopping as ancient engines grind. The light flashes to the police box, fades away. Mrs. Flood blinks. Oh my. Exterior church on Ruby Road, night. Close on the doctor as he opens the police box door. On the church, night snow. The police box is near the church on Ruby Road, and it's 19 years ago. The doctor looks around. Light catches his face, his tears. The woman is walking away into the snow, into the dark. The carol of the bells is carrying across in the night, and now the doctor looks around at the church. Not upset now, determined. Cut to the church doorway in the snow. A little baby Ruby, wrapped in her blanket. Carol of the bells, louder here. A little gray hand creeps in, and two goblins, gleeful, snicker, snacker. Cut to the door. The doctor, running up to the church path, reaches the doorstep. No, baby, only the blanket looks up there. High above in the snow, he can see two goblins far up, climbing up the side of the church, carrying that goblin basket into a little a little wail from baby Ruby. The doctor runs to the church, eases the door open carefully. Creak! He can't be seen. Exterior church spire, parapet night. The goblins are on the parapet, the baby Ruby in the goblin basket, wrapped in that goblin blanket. The basket already hooked up to the single rope, and with the rope ladder already hanging down, waiting for them. Little Ruby blinking away, bemused. The rope hook basket pulls up, lifting Ruby baby up into the sky all at the same time. The goblins hop onto the rope ladder. They scamper up. The goblins' basket disappearing up into the snow clouds. Interior dining hall, goblin ship night. The goblin king is triumphant at his far end of the dining hall. Hundreds of goblins back in place to worship him. The king grins. At the far end of the conveyor belt, the two goblins place baby Ruby's goblin basket in the runway, snicker snacker, and the goblin band starts up again. Not so much fun now. The hall is vengeful and hungry, and the song is now more of a marching beat, which syncs with the carol of the bells.
Oh, how we feast, oh, eat the beast. Oh, how we feast, oh, eat the beast.
And repeat, the conveyor belt starts to move. Exterior church spire, parapet night. The door opens, the doctor runs out of the parapet. Below him, carol of the bells. Above him, the goblin chant. Snow and the music all around as he stands at the bottom of the rope ladder so far up. What the hell can he do? Interior dining hall, the goblin ship night. The poor baby Ruby in her basket clanks along the conveyor belt. Goblins chant. Hundreds of nasty, angry goblins. And below, the church spire, parapet night. The doctor is not helpless at all as he lifts up his hands with the intelligent gloves. The skeleton wires grow. He grabs hold of the rope ladder, and with all the might he can possess, he pulls and pulls down, and the rope ladder goes taut, and he pulls down, grasping rung after rung. He heaves down, 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 and the skeleton wires and the gloves grow brighter and golden, shining in the light, bristling with power. All the weight of the ship transfers in the gloves, and the doctor heaves above him. He is physically pulling the entire goblin ship down. It's lowering through the clouds, and the wooden wings spread eagles above, and the rope ladder runs from the doctor's hands up through the ship's absolute center, so the entire thing is being hauled down, lower, 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 into your dining hall. The goblin ship night. They're in a fever up here. The goblins chanting, oblivious baby Ruby getting closer and closer. The king's mouth is widening. Exterior church spire, parapet night. The doctor is heaving, and this is tough. He's feeling the weight in the gloves, and he bellows with every ring. Down, down, down. The carol of the bells is soaring to impossible heights. Ship lowering, down, down, down. The gloves spark, fritz, out, but the doctor keeps going. Interior dining hall, goblin ship night. Baby Ruby is on the conveyor belt, inches away. The goblin king is drooling. Exterior church spire, parapet night. The doctor bellows, heaves, gloves spark, burst into little gouts of flame. The 3% running out, but he won't let go. Grits his teeth and stares up. The doctor's POV revealing his plan. The the goblin ship is lowering. Right underneath it, the spire, and on top of the spire, the sharp golden cross on top of the spire. A crack of lightning streaks across the stormy sky, reflected in the cross so it shines. Exterior church spire, and the parapet continuous. The doctor is hauling down the rope ladder, rung after rung, down, 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 and he rips off the lower ladder section, bringing his grip and falling to his feet, and then, deep breath, still holding the rope ladder, he jumps off the roof. And he falls, and the weight of his gloves pulls the rope ladder, which pulls the goblin ship down, 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 faster, 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 and the doctor plummets through the air. He hurtles down to the church, and the goblin ship is pulled down onto the spire, and the spire stabs through it like a stake through a vampire. Interior dining hall, the goblin ship night. The cross has been shorn in its cross shirt, now seen as a spear, and the church spire stabs up through the floor, through the goblin king's body. No blood, no guts. It's like piling through a truckload of liver. The king screams, and the whole room shudders, and the goblins wail, and the baby Ruby's basket slides off the slide onto the conveyor belt. Exterior church night. Baby Ruby in her basket plummeting down through the sky below, and the goblin ship jams on the spire, and it stops the descent of the rope ladder, and the doctor jerks to a halt, 1 foot off the ground. Phew! But he hasn't won yet. He looks up. Top shot. There's a baby ruby in her basket falling through the sky, plummets down, down, down. The doctor readies himself, steadies himself. He reaches out and he catches her. Ruby is safe in his arms. He looks up and the goblin ship is impaled on the spire, but it's starting to cease to exist. Snow spirals around it, and a gray, wintry smoke curls around the ship as though pulling it back through the another world. The goblins are now just screams and wails above, echoing out into the night, fading, fading. And the doctor and the rope ladder pulls up and whoosh into the sky and gone, and the doctor looks up to see the final moments. The ship fades into nothing in the huge swirl of snow and unearthly smoke, and its outline fades and fades. Just gone. And the doctor and baby Ruby and the snow still falling, but ordinary December snow, calmer, peaceful, Christmassy. Ordinary. Oh, I already said that. The pattern still needs to close, so the doctor places the baby Ruby back in the church doorway, where she was always meant to be. And he folds her original blanket around her. He smiles at her and gives her a little kiss. And holy shit, where's the Tylenol?
Happy birthday, Ruby.
Then he stands, looks up at the church clock. The minute hand goes to 12, and the chimes of midnight sound. And the doctor takes a deep breath. Ooh, he feels time clicking back into place. Exterior church continuous. The doctor runs through the snow away from the church. Behind him, the church doorway, the light falls across the baby. History falls back on the right path as the vicar looks out to see the child. Out on the Ruby Road, the doctor pauses at the police box in the distance. Also at the church, he can see the light from the door, which then closes as the vicar takes the baby inside. And then the doctor turns to look the other way, far, far off in the snow, standing still. A woman. A silhouette. Is that her? The mother? Is she watching? Did she see? Should he go to her? Is she looking at him? But she left the child at the church. That was her choice. The doctor turns and walks to the police box, and the police box melts away from Ruby Road. For now. Exterior Ruby Street day. Full of joy, the doctor runs out of the police box. Mrs. Flood is very entertained by the comings and goings and has parked herself on the little folding stool by her basement steps, taking a swig from a hip flask. She gives him a wave. He waves back. He uses his sonic on the door to run into Ruby's. Interior staircase day. The doctor runs upstairs. Interior Ruby and Carla's flat day. The doctor uses the sonic to barge straight into the flat, and there's Ruby, halfway down the hall with Carla, now with Lulu too. Ruby is delighted to see him, but everything's back on the right path, meaning the ceiling is cracked again.
There you are. Happy birthday.
What happened? I turned around, you were gone. You were sort of, I don't know, because I was here, then I got a bit lost. What happened?
Lots of things. Because they went back. You were gone. They took you as a baby, so I went back and I forgot something.
And he runs out. Exterior Ruby Street day. The doctor runs out. Mrs. Flood is watching happily. He runs to the police box and slam. Interior private hospital reception room day. A 12-foot Christmas tree falls. Davina McCall in her wheelchair screams and whip. The Christmas tree is caught with one hand. The doctor is holding the tree, standing above Davina, smiling. She's in awe.
You saved my life.
Merry Christmas, Davina McCall.
Exterior Ruby Street, the police box door opens, and the doctor runs out and heads for Ruby's front door, all smiles, but then stops. His smile falls. He wonders, looks up at the flat. Mrs. Flood is still on her stool with her hip flask.
Busy man, sweetheart, you and your box of tricks. You look like you've lost a pound and found a sixpence. What's wrong?
I'm just wondering. Maybe I'm the bad luck.
Interior Ruby and Carla's flat day. Cherry's room. Carla hands Cherry that longed for cup of tea. Damn it, Travis.
Hallelujah. Paradise, praise the Lord. I thought the day would never come. Me tea reached last night.
You're the least of my problems. Carla's storming out into the hall where Ruby's clearing up. Lulu is safe in her cot for now. And Ruby, what do we do tonight? This crack, it's like a wind tunnel. What we're supposed to do on Christmas Day? Sit here and freeze? And who was he anyway? That man, what's his name? Dr. What?
What did he mean? He went back?
What sort of doctor did he say? Who the hell is he? Exterior Ruby Street Day. And down below, the doctor looks up. He can almost guess what's being said up above. And sadly, he turns back and goes to the police box to Mrs. Flood.
Better go. Merry Christmas.
Who are you anyway?
No one. I'm just passing by.
Oh, you take care.
Interior Ruby and Carla's flat day. Carla is in a full flight with Ruby. Where did he come from? Why was he in here in the first place?
I don't know. He kind of popped up at the right moment and then he was gone.
And then Ruby
Like
thinks.
now.
And Ruby thinks. She thinks and thinks and thinks, and it's like storm in her head and a cascade of thoughts a whole day piercing together now that she begins to realize.
It's been so mad. I haven't had time to sleep and think, but he said I was taken as a baby. Isn't that what he said just now?
I don't know. He's crazy.
No, hush, hush. Because he went back. He said he went back. What does he mean he went back? When was Houdini?
What?
When was Houdini? Houdini was like 1900, 1920. How could he? He said he could take the baby out of the day. Out of the day. And he said about time travelers. He said, oh!
And Ruby grabs her jacket and runs out. Where are you going now? Interior staircase day. Ruby runs down the stairs, shoving on her jacket. Exterior Ruby Street day. Ruby runs out on the street, looks right, looks left. No sign of him. She sees Mrs. Flood still on her stool.
Mrs. Flood, did you see? There's a man about so high and amazing in a big leather coat.
And Mrs. Flood just nods at the police box.
What do you mean?
She just nods again, and the police box door creaks open, just a sliver. Light from the inside. Ruby, cautious and knowing something out of the doctor's life. A little scared, she gets a little closer and looks at Mrs. Flood. Mrs. Flood just shrugs. Ruby pushes open the police box door. Exterior Ruby Street continuous. Ruby steps out, boggling in shock, and she looks down at the wooden bulk of the police box and looks around. What? She gives it a shove. Then she walks around it. She simply can't believe what she's seen. She looks at Mrs. Flood.
Good luck, Ruby.
And that's what she needed to hear. Ruby goes back in. Interior TARDIS. And Ruby steps into this strange, vast cavern of a room. Excuse me, the doctor is facing her, standing at the central console, supreme like a magician at the heart of his cave. Ruby stays facing him and carefully closes the door behind her. She stays by the doors, taking her time. She meets his stare, his equal. First things first.
Who are you?
On the doctor. Cliffhanger, how and out, run credits, then post credits. Exterior Ruby Street day. The police box light flashes. A wind springs up, and the noise of the ancient engines grinding, rising, falling, as the police box fades away. Abdul comes running down the street, and Mrs. Flood stands, folds up her little stool, and ready to go back inside.
But did you see that? Mrs. Flood, did you see the box thing? It just vanished. It was there and then it wasn't. It just disappeared.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Abdul. Stop making such a fuss.
And she turns to the camera.
Never seen a TARDIS before.
And she gives us a cold, sly wink. End of episode.
And that's where there is. Yeah, no, not really. That was our Doctor Who Church on Ruby Road reading. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.